Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said that the war between Moscow and Kiev could end by next year. And the statement comes just days after Russia launched intermittent ballistic missiles for the first time in its war against Ukraine. Speaking at a conference on Saturday, the Ukrainian president said that they are working on a peace formula, while also adding that the country is open to proposals, including that of new president-elect of the US, Donald Trump.
I am confident that we have every chance to end the war next year. There are appropriate steps for this. They are included in our peace formula. We realize that Russia will not take all these steps, but there is a UN Charter, and we hope that all our steps based on the UN Charter will be supported by our partners. I also want to see the proposals of the new President of the United States of America. I think we will see these proposals in January.
Further, President Zelenskyy also addressed the volatile situation in Russia's Kursk region. He said that Moscow is trying to push Ukrainian troops out of Kursk by January next year.
For Putin, the most important thing is to push us out of the Kursk region. And all these stories, all these demonstrative strikes with new missiles are not just for show. He has set this task. I'm sure he wants to push us out by January 20th next year. It is very important for him to demonstrate that he's in control of the situation, but he's not in control of the situation.
In addition, Zelenskyy also added that Russian drone and missile strikes have caused significant damage to more than 300 Ukrainian ports since July 2023.
From July 2023 up to this month, 321 port infrastructure facilities were damaged by Russian missile and Iranian drone strikes. More than 20 civilian ships were also hit, were damaged. And these were the ships of other countries, not Ukrainian ones.
Meanwhile, Ukraine has returned dozens of civilians back to Kursk after holding discussions with Russia. According to a Russian spokesperson, more than 40 residents, including 12 children, have been returned to Russia's border town of Kursk following negotiations with Kiev. Now, these residents were taken hostage after Ukraine launched an offensive into Kursk back in August. On the other hand, Moscow will waive off bad debts of Russian soldiers fighting in Ukraine. And this comes after the country's President Vladimir Putin signed a new legislation that will clear bad debts of those joining the Russian army after the 1st of December for a one-year deal. Reports suggest that the total amount of bad debt that can be covered is 10 million rubles or approximately $96,000. The law covers young Russians having excess loans. Experts believe that the new law will serve as a motive for Russians to sign up for the army. According to a central bank report, more than 13 million Russians have 3 or more loans in the first 2 quarters. And this was 20% more than what it was compared to last year. The average amount owed by those having 3 or 4 more loans is 1.4 million rubles. That's about $13,400.
Колян, пошел!